Hey everyone, Ryan here with our second episode of Flashback Friday, and this week we are ripping open some older baseball products. So we have two, I don't believe they were called blaster boxes back in the day, but retail boxes of 2004 Topps Series 2, and we have one box of 2005 Topps Series 1. So each box has 11 packs. Each box does offer us a chance to potentially get autos. The odds are incredibly slim. We'll look at 04 first. So you can see our odds down there. Overall autographs slash relics, one in every 145 packs. Topps autographs Group A, though, one in almost 17,000 packs. So that's a little bit of a kind of look at what we could be looking for. And then in 05, very similar. There's our autograph list of players that are there. Some good names on there. Obviously, A-Rod, Torrey Hunter, Beltran, Zach Greinke. We can also look for one-of-one World Treasures cut signatures, and there are odds on those. I believe the autograph list is on here as well. So there's our grouping that we could be looking for in the 04 box, which is where we're going to start. So these were two fun sets. This is kind of in the heart of when I was a kid collecting cards, 04, 05, 06, big into cards. Was putting sets together for the first time, I think, in 2004. So this will be a fun one to rip open. In 05, I really liked that design, so this was fun to pick up. These two boxes cost me, I think they were like 20 bucks each. Not a lot of value in these. 05 Series 2 has the Justin Verlander rookie card, so that would have been a chaser. And then 04 Series 1 has Yadier Molina in there, as well as I think Zach Greinke. So definitely have like the lesser of the two halves of the set, but it's going to be fun to rip in. Maybe we'll by chance find an auto, but let's see what we get. We're going to start with 04. Very old plastic here. This is bringing back memories just seeing these boxes. Oddly enough, used to buy baseball cards at like Toys R Us back in the day. You know, that was outside of the card shops. Toys R Us would have the retail boxes. Go in there with, allowance every week or whatever, pick up some cards. Huge chunk of styrofoam in there. And there's our cards all the way at the bottom. Wow. 99 cents a pack. Look at that. 7. Oh, what do we do if we were shorted? Do you think they'd honor something from 18, 19 years ago? Probably not. So there's a look at our Series 2 for 04. Let's rip right in. See if we find any Hall of Famers, notable players. Cards are kind of stuck together a little bit. Sporting news. Hey, we got a presidential pastime. Insert George H.W. Bush. That's pretty cool. And a MLB Sports Clicks. Little figurines, it looks like. Guess a promotion they were running back then. So obviously, I'd be looking for any Yankee players in this series. I don't think Jeter's in. I think he's in the other run of cards. John Olerud played for the Yankees for half a year. Actually, in 2004. Jeff Nelson, big Yankee reliever. Hey, there's Sheffield. A few good years for the Yankees. Kind of a little bit of a controversial career, I think. Got Joey Asian, Marcus Giles. We have a 100th anniversary Fall Classic card. And then it's 1973, the A's versus the Mets. So this was a cool subset to collect back in the day. Willie Mo Pena. I think he went on to have a pretty good career in like Japan or Korea after a couple years in the big leagues. And then we have our checklist card. Definitely drop some comments. You remember opening this set. How you liking these Flashback Friday videos. We got a fun one next week as well. We'll preview that at the end. Got Franklin Herman stuck together there. Jeff Conine had a big, long career. Ichiro, it's pretty cool. Gold Glove winner. Derek Lee had another nice career. We have David Ardsma, draft pick, first year card. Like I said, this is only about 20 bucks. Not really looking to, if we pull some kind of crazy cut signature, that'd be awesome. But pretty much expecting not much out of here. Just fun to open some older cards. Hey, Aaron Boone. There we go. And believe it or not, I think we got an auto. I'm pretty sure that's the design for the autos. Wow, that'd be cool. Aaron Boone, Scott Podsednik. Maybe pull from the back here. It's going to be a big deke if it's not an auto. Aquilino Lopez. Stuck together. We have Ricky Leday. And let's see. We got an auto. Look at that. It is Dustin McGowan. I think it's Dustin. So, see there. Top certified autograph issue on card auto. Dustin McGowan. That is pretty cool. He had a little bit of success there for a while. Blue Jays and I think maybe Seattle. Could be wrong there. Very cool. Pulled an auto from a product from 19 years ago. Would have been cool if that had been Boone. I think he was on that auto list, but nice. Very rare, so we'll take it. I don't know if I ever pulled an auto out of these when I was a kid. I know I got some relics probably. Todd Hundley, and I think we got a gold Yankee card. Ooh, that's not a highlight for the Yankees. We have a gold Gary Sheffield. Pretty cool. Should be, numbered out of 2004, I believe. Yep, see on the bottom there. So we got a gold Yankee. Jason Johnson. Some of these stuck together. And Pudge Rodriguez. So we got a Hall of Famer there. Really psyched we pulled an auto. That's pretty cool. I was hoping maybe we'd pull one of these videos. Chris Rietzma. Ooh, the old Devil Rays. There we go. Julio Lugo. Was a good player for them for a while. Edgar Renteria, underrated career. Joe Mauer. Look at that. This is, I don't know if they technically consider this a rookie card, but it is his playing in the big leagues. But Joe Mauer right there, 04. That's a nice hit. I think he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer, I would say, but maybe he might have to wait a year or two. I think he had a well-deserved career to make the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. Jason Hirsch, draft pick. Got Scott Rowland. Just made the Hall. Julio Mateo. Carlos Pena. Another one of those sports clicks. A few packs left here. It's funny reading some of these names. My friend actually texted me when you watched the football one from last week. You remember more of these from the video games, like DeJuan Brazelton. I remember him from like MLB 2K or Slugfest back in the day. We have an Aaron Hill draft pick. He had a decent career for a while. Mark Ellis. Hey, Albert Pujols, Sporting News. Gary Matthews Jr. I think that's right before he took off when he went to the Rangers. Got that big contract from the Angels. Eric Milton, former Yankee prospect, I believe. Billy Traber, another guy I always had in my team in those old video games in the mid-2000s. Lefty reliever. Horatio Ramirez. Roy Halladay. We have a hit parade. Looks like Fred McGriff. Insert. Very cool from the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Another one I think should make the Hall of Fame eventually, Fred McGriff. Joe Kennedy. And Jeff Suppan to close out that pack. This was well worth the $20, I think. See some of these cards. We got a gold Yankee. We got the Joe Mauer. We got an auto. We got Sammy Sosa. Let's see if we can maybe pull one more Hall of Famer in this box before we move on to 05. Mike Matheny. Steve Carsey. A couple good years with the Yankees. Some injuries. Hey, and there we go. Hall of Famer. Last card. Barry Larkin. Very nice. This was right at the end of his career. So cool to pull Barry Larkin there. Let's get right into 05. Continue our luck. Funny to pull Dustin McGowan auto in both boxes. Again, another big pack of styrofoam. I really like the 05 design of Topps. I'll take a look at it in a second. But it's one of my favorites. Again, 99 cents. Really crazy to see that. We're paying $35 for a blaster box these days. I'm usually only getting, 6 packs maybe? These ones are really stuck together. And first card is a Future Stars, John Maine and Val Majewski. I remember John Maine. Tom Glavine. Like we got these strikeout leaders. Derek Lee. And Joe Borowski. It's one of those ones that had like a weird, really good year one year, I think, with saves, and then just kind of really fell apart. Yep, there we go, 03. There's that base design, one of my favorites. What do you guys think? Drop some comments. Kind of basic, but fan of that design. Eric Young, Jason Schmidt, Hideo Nomo. Look at that. Ooh, they're killing me with these postseason highlight cards. First one was the Marlins beating the Yankees, and now we got the Red Sox winning the World Series after coming back from down 4. Chris Denorfia, Livan Hernandez, very successful career. It's always fun to see those players that are, they weren't Hall of Famers, but they played like 20 years like Livan. He hung around a long time, bounced around, but always pitched pretty well. Hall of Famer Greg Maddux, Oscar Villarreal, Melvin Mora won a batting title. ERA leaders, Frank Cavallinato and Sean Burrows. The 05 pack's definitely a little harder to open than the 04 one. Got a Tony La Russa. Be cool to pull the Joe Torre manager card. Oh, there's another postseason one. That is the Division Series. And we have a Todd Helton own the game. Can't believe Helton hasn't made the Hall of Fame yet. Really think they're punishing him because he played in Colorado. Can't deny he's one of the best hitters in baseball for 10 years there. I know he's been creeping up a little bit the last couple years, but should be in my opinion, already. Got Brad Radke, Jose Acevedo, Randy Wolf. His brother was an umpire for a while. Pudge Rodriguez, Matt Lawton. Wow, there's a name. JT Snow came up with the Yankees in the 90s. Became a very good defensive first baseman. Some clutch postseason hits for the Giants, I believe. Famous for pulling Dusty Baker's kid out of the way in the 02 World Series from getting run over. I think we got another gold coming up. Edgar Renteria, Sammy Sosa. Got Ichiro breaking George Sisler's hit record. What do you have, 262 that year? I think, yep, 262. Got a gold Coco Crisp out of 2005. Always like pulling gold cards. Robbie Hammock and Scott Hatteberg. Big subject in Moneyball. Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman. Lyle Oberbay, a double of JT Snow. That's kind of weird. Batting average leaders, Alex Gonzalez and Andrew Jones. Another one probably eventually make the Hall of Fame. Probably best defensive center fielder from, mid-90s to mid-2000s. Obviously a very good hitter for a lot of those years as well. Terrence Long, it's at Yankee Stadium. I think I remember that in the 05 set too. Like a ton of the pictures, even of other visiting players, were taken at Yankee Stadium. Travis Hafner, Jose Valentin, Bobby Crosby was supposed to have a very good career. Just a bunch of injuries really derailed him out in Oakland. Bobby Kielty and Mike Matheny. Brad Ausmus, Cole Strayhorn, first year card. Don't remember him at all. We got Albert and a Greg Maddux 300th win. Pretty cool. Jason LaRue, another guy, usually was like my backup catcher on a lot of those teams. Flash Gordon, premium setup man for the Yankees. From like 04 to 06, I think was his last year. Setting up Mariano. A couple of really good seasons. Him and Paul Quantrill, Mike Stanton, Matt Rogelstad, Lance Berkman. It's the Cardinals postseason highlights. We have a George Suba. I think this was called the Dem Bums insert. All the Brooklyn Dodgers. Andre Ethier, first year card. Injuries kind of derailed his career too. And Cliff Floyd. And our last pack, and then we'll show you what we're ripping next week. Pretty fun one for next week. But overall, happy with this. Pulled an auto and a Joe Mauer from 04. Very cool. Got Joe Creedy, Akinori Otsuka, Sean Casey. Got the hits leaders, Kevin Mench. And closed out with Brandon Webb. Again, injuries derail his career. A lot of these players, it's sad to think back, like they had a couple good seasons and then just injuries took over. But definitely the two biggest hits. We had the Dustin McGowan auto and the Joe Mauer. I think it's considered a rookie or it's a first year card for the potential future Hall of Famer. And a little bit look at next week. We have a box of Topps 2000 Series 1. So we are looking for randomly inserted Mark McGwire, Hank Aaron reprints. I think there's a chance for autos in here. Not 100% sure. There's a look at the odds. So we'll be looking for those chrome reprint refractors. That's kind of the chase in here, but 15 packs actually. And this is over 20 years old, 23 years old, so it's going to be fun to open. Make sure you like and subscribe to not miss that. Thanks for watching, everybody.